Yes, so my name is Luke Strzadala. I'm the Managing Director of Hatton Home Estate Agents. So Hatton Home operate in Berkshire. We've got 5 offices, all within a relatively close network on the Hampshire. I've been an estate agent for 12 years. I started my career on the 1st of August 2011, so I'm going into my 13th year now. My favourite thing about being an estate agent, honestly, is doing deals, because I think it's wrong if estate agents don't love that. Obviously, making sure that both seller, buyer, landlord and tenant are happy, giving people a fantastic experience when moving home. So Hatton Home have been using GetAgent for just coming up to 3 years now, almost since we opened our business. We always have reservations when we're looking at any prop tech. There's so much of it that's available now, and everyone's got a story to tell, and everyone's got a problem they can solve for you. So I guess we were naturally skeptical. I had used or seen GetAgent used in a previous business, although looking back on it probably wasn't utilised as well as it could have been. So there was no real reservations aside from anything you would naturally be reserved about. What we find difficult about being estate agents is having enough opportunities to list property. We started our business just over 3 years ago, and obviously for us, we've got a fantastic product, we've got a fantastic team, we've got a fantastic service. What we need to be able to do is tell people about it, because we know that once we have the opportunity to tell people about it, we will win the business. So our biggest difficulty is getting through people's funnels. The market's obviously changed, and we've had to change to adapt to the market. We could see in the middle of last year that the market wasn't going to go on how it was forever, so we pivoted slightly from a training perspective, and we effectively retrained all our people. So we've managed to come out of the last 6 months looking pretty healthy, which is good. So it all revolves back to, for us, getting through those doors. And I guess because we're a newer business, that's a challenge that we probably have more so than anyone else will have. Our phone doesn't ring for valuations naturally. In some of our offices, it doesn't ring for valuations at all, but it's slightly newer. So we have to do everything we can to go out there and get them. And obviously GetAgent is one of the tools we use in order to be able to do that. So from the beginning, we were firm believers in the fact that, like with anything you use in and around your property or in life, a lot of people have their people they go to, a lot of people have a plumber they go to, a lot of people have a mechanic they go to, and then people will get recommendations from their friends usually, and that's how we get through the door on a lot of things. At the same time, we're believers in the fact that there are people that will go to comparison sites to buy certain things in their lives. And I think what GetAgent allows us to do is put ourselves in a pool of people that actually we naturally wouldn't be would be in view of. The thing we like about it is that it's statistics based, so we're as good as we make ourselves on that platform, and that's where we've really benefited. We're up against some really strong and stiff competition in all of our marketplaces, and our statistics and our metrics seem to fare very well in all of our markets, and GetAgent literally hands that to prospective clients on a plate, without them having to engage with us, which I think people quite like, and they can then choose to engage with us through the platform. So that was what we liked about it as a proposition, and as we follow through with the process working with GetAgent, and that's only come to fruition time and time again. For us, we were just able to get through more people's doors. Going back to my previous answer, we were put in front of people that we simply wouldn't have been in front of otherwise. So the positive impact that we saw when we started using GetAgent is our managers and listers were able to go and sell our proposition to more and more people, which is ultimately what we were after. GetAgent puts you on a map that you're probably not on already, and it also appeals to a particular type of clientele. One of the things that we find is we do charge a premium fee in comparison to a lot of our competitors, and what we found is that people that have come to us via GetAgent seem to be more happy to pay that fee, because we advertise it up front through the portal, but also they believe in the statistics and they can see our value, and therefore it makes it easier for us to justify our value with our marketing proposition. Obviously your proposition has to be great as well, but the two things combined can be absolutely killer when you get trying to win more instructions. So the change in experience from using GetAgent over the last 3 years, as I would say, particularly more recently, and this was probably because we've grown and therefore have to have more conversations with GetAgent, the support that we get from our account manager, the help that we've had when we've gone into new territories and when we've been trying to gain market share quickly in certain areas. We've been very, very supported by GetAgent, and we've also noticed probably a change in that relationship where there's a lot of proactivity from GetAgent's side. Our account manager is in constant contact with us, asking us, do we need anything else here? Are we looking to open more offices so we can get ahead of the game as well? They've been really, really good at training our teams. And I think like anything that you use in our industry, you have to use it properly and you have to review how you're using it. And the team at GetAgent are fantastic at making sure that our teams are upskilled in using the dashboard, giving them tips and advice on things that actually will get them higher up the table in terms of their metrics that maybe they hadn't noticed themselves. And I think sometimes when it's presented in the cold light of day by someone that's not your boss, basically, it can be quite eye-opening. So we didn't not have that at the beginning, but I would say more recently that assistance and support has definitely been there more than it was previously. You've got a really good team of people. So we were firm believers from the beginning of start our business that you have to have the best people doing the best jobs. And we've lived by that mantra, and we see exactly the same with GetAgent. Every time we engage with someone, we interact with someone, when we see you at industry events, there's a hungry team there willing to have conversations with you, and it's not just an option to add to your tech stack, so to speak. There's legitimate value in it, and they're very good at putting the return on investment across to us, and it works. The thing that's made me happiest about working with GetAgent is it has allowed us to break into new markets, gain market share quicker than we would have anticipated, and has given us more opportunity to sell our service, which we know is fantastic. But it's no good us knowing it. We've got to tell the public and the people that are actually looking to engage and put the property up. How I would describe GetAgent in one word is powerful.